Question that has come up in some circles and has been spoken about on social media platforms is with regards to the decision taken by JUSA, the Jamiatul Ulama South Africa, on the 22nd of March, where it called for the suspension of congregational prayer in the Masjid and the limiting of the number of musallis to only 5. Now, the question that has been asked is that this took place on the 22nd of March at the time when government had not called for a lockdown yet, at the time when government was permitting up to 100 people for congregation in public. Why did JUSA take that decision at the time, even before government had insisted on such measures?
Well, Jazakallah for the opportunity. Firstly, I would like to start off the program by, this whole particular type of impression that is created that ulama or specific ulama organizations are those who are calling for the closure of the masjid. And as such, they are, in a particular way, they are branded. And of course, it just brings up to an aspect that what will be the situation, firstly, who has called for the closure of the masjid, and what will be the position of almost a majority of the ulama throughout the world in places where the virus is rampant or there is signs with regard to being present. What will be the condition with regard to the ulama who have made similar calls? So would Darul Ulum Deoband, which is regarded to be the alma mater of many ulama who have called for people to respect the lockdown in India, would they be equivalent to calling people to stay away from the masjid? Would they be amongst those who say that you must not go to the masjid, and as such they don't have love for the masjid? Would the entire consensus of the UK ulama who met recently in the north of England, and of course it was a very robust debate. I'm privy to many of the people who had participated in that mashwara, and they came up with the conclusion that yes, this is the right thing to do, call for the closure of the masjid. So when people call for the closure of a masjid for a particular reason, what is the situation? Are they people who are against the masjid, or they're calling for a particular reason? Now, when we look at what actually is the situation, the classical fuqaha have clearly, in certain situations, suspended Jamaat in coming to the masjid. It's a well-known fact that in the time of torrential rain and downpour, the Nabi Karim sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, and that is where we've got this, ala sallu fi buyutikum, sallu fi rihalikum, sallu fi rihal, go and read your salat at home. Now, would that, because of a particular reason, calling people to read your salat at home, would it be equivalent to calling for the closure of the masjid? Or would it be something that you have done because of the circumstances? And there's no doubt whatsoever that this was because of circumstances, because of the virus being a situation of spreading, and because of it being the cause of the loss of life. And the ulama have made mention, and maybe I can just steal a quotation from Maulana Taha, who when he called for, and when the MJC called for the suspension of the Jamaat, made mention with regard to Imam Nawawi rahmatullah alayhi, saying, where there's a fear of life and the fear of a loss of limb, then these are situations that can call upon people, or the ulama, or the responsible people, to call for a suspension of people coming to the masjid.